Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
So tell us a little bit about the InnerCity Arts Instructional Campus.
It's located in Skid Row, and it's, and why that's important and why I mention it is because Los Angeles has been called the homeless capital of America. And we're right at ground zero for the homeless population, really for the whole country. And we're taking a stand for children. We've been there for about 20 years, so it's a long, deep effort, and it's using the arts to help the children stay in school, make the leap into employment, and have a safe haven in Skid Row. You may or may not know that the average age of a homeless person in America is 9 years old. That's third grade. There are a lot of kids that need us.
Homeless and on their own, or homeless with parents?
It's hard to say. Some are in foster care. The kids that are actually on the street usually get picked up by social services. Awful lot of kids are growing up in the missions with single parents. We're actually, because of the economy and the toll, seeing more homeless women and children than ever before in Skid Row.
And what's the percentage of homeless children in Los Angeles?
Well, that's a good question. When I started, about 12 years ago, the school that was 2 blocks from us, which was often called the homeless school, had a percentage of 53% children homeless. That was our first campus. We had trailers there. Today, almost 85% of those children are homeless. So that shows you the impact that the economy has had. And the thing that is really disturbing is that these are our most vulnerable citizens. And there's no moat around Skid Row. What happens to the children, our poorest, most vulnerable children, permeates the whole fabric of our city. So it can either be poverty and despair, or it can be hope and creativity, and that's what we stand for.
So how is this instructional campus with InnerCity Arts actually helping these kids rise above, the homeless, what's given to them basically?
Perfect question, and of course that's the big question. How do the arts help children? And those of us that are in the arts say, of course, it's like love and joy, but what we also are is very heavily research driven. So for the last 20 years, we've been involved very closely with the U.S. Department of Education and their research studies. So what do we know at this point? It's pretty profound. Of a 5-year study of 3,000 of our kids taking dance, drama, music, animation, all sorts of visual arts. On their standardized test, they've gone up 25% in math, and they've gone up 26% in reading and language arts. And the reason that that's important, because there's a standardized test, of course, so that's great, but the real reason is because most of these kids, without this intervention, drop out of school. Almost 75% do not graduate from high school. So if we're able to give them an edge, if they're able to show up because they have art that day, if they're able to do better in math and reading and language arts, they stay in school. And if we have more high school graduates, then we've got a better city.
And are there any other classes or programs that are going to be brought to the InnerArts Instructional Campus that are currently not there?
Well, what we're expanding most in right now is after school, which sounds like, oh gosh, another after school program. Our instruction is mostly during the day, but if you're a kid growing up on Skid Row, where do you go after school? Are you down, in the middle of the missions? Are you down with all the homeless adults? Where's your safe haven? Where's a place where you can knock on the door and say, hey, I want to take dance, I want to learn how to do animation, I just want to be able to get off the streets. And that's our biggest area of expansion. We have more than 200 teens now that are in our Saturday programs as safe haven and also creativity.
Well, it is a great program, and I hope for its continued success.
Thank you. Great question.
Thank you. Thank you.